Janelle. Love it.
Really? That's it. My one line.
And
I look
we are
weird today.
live. We,
Yes.
okay, we're live on Facebook. Buddy Power Hour, Monday, November the 10th. Get excited. I don't know about you guys, but every single time we do this and I do the stream and I put the date in, I'm like, oh my gosh. And I like make myself not say, can you even believe? But seriously, it's like the middle of November already. Like, that's insane.
It is. It
Truly insane.
is.
So, if you guys can
And
stay
Thanksgiving
unmuted,
is what, 4 weeks from Christmas? Yeah.
exactly. Please feel free to stay unmuted, if unless you can't. But I have a list of some things, and gosh, why don't we start with Donna, do you mind starting for, well, okay, let's see. You know what? I'm sorry. Forgive me. Let's go around the table. Tell me your name and let's cheer for each other and tell me something you're proud of in your Mary Kay this week. Kim Cherry, you go first.
Oh, okay. My name is Kim Cherry. Short and sweet. No, I'm kidding. I've had my business 17 years, and I'm proud that I made flyers for my gift to grandparent and sold two. It's a few anyway. Haven't really done a lot with it, but yeah, I handed a flyer to somebody. I said, "Hey, I got this going on." They're like, "Hold on, let me get your money." Yep. Is that easy?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good, good. Janelle.
Janelle Parker. Had my business 12, pushing 13 years. And what am I proud of this week? I got a couple of my regular customers or placed orders, but a lot of the stuff, well, not the one customers want stuff that's like discontinued. So I got to figure that out. But anyway.
Okay, good. Customers
But
want
she's pretty
product.
easygoing for an 80-something-year-old.
Good. Yay. Okay,
Yeah.
Kim R. Kimberly R. You're muted, babe. You're muted.
I'm talking away and I'm totally muted. So I'm Kimberly Ruggiero. I've had my business about a year and a half. And this week or this weekend, I managed to update my VIP page in anticipation for Pink Friday. So I'm really proud of that. And I was working probably for about 3 hours yesterday, building flyers and some sneak peeks, and I'm getting ready to schedule some posts. So that's a big deal. Tomorrow is Veteran Day, and I actually have the day off, so I plan to do some more work, which is fun.
How did Veterans Day end up on a Tuesday? Isn't it? Don't we always do Monday? I'm so confused. Does anybody have the answer to that?
That's one we don't. That's one of the ones that is on the day it is. Yeah.
Now it must be by acts observed on the actual Veterans Day. Yeah. So.
Okay. Miss Donna, your turn.
Okay. I'm the amazing Donna Hardin. Hi. And I've had my business almost 18 years. And I'm just excited that we have a new catalog coming out with some new items to show. And I think that's it.
Fantastic. And Ms. Mandy, just introduce yourself. You're muted.
I've had my business for 3 years and I don't have any red antlers.
Dollar Tree.
And what else?
Something you're proud of with your business this week.
I'm still here.
There you go. Okay, give yourselves a big woohoo. Okay. All right. All right. So I have a list, and Ms. Donna, I'm going to ask if you would go first.
Okay.
She's going to talk about gift a senior.
Okay. So, I probably y'all, if Mimi didn't do one of these, I guess I need to something here. How do I do that?
Make a background none.
Background. Okay, right here. Background. No.
There you
There
go.
you go.
I do it? Okay.
Yeah.
This, Mimi did one of these for me, one of these flyers. And if she hasn't done one for you, she can do one for you. So that way you can email it, you can text it, you can put it on your VIP page. Just send it out and try to get as many, commitments as you can, because it's only going to be about a month before we have to deliver these. So we need to get moving on it. I don't know. We had commitments. I know Mimi has a list of people that committed. So I would
Everybody
just
committed.
commit. Well, we committed to 15 or 10 or whatever. And I have, I think, 10, which includes my sister, who's a consultant. And then I've reached out to my other consultant for her to pitch in. And so, yeah. And if you haven't got socks from Mary Kay, I think they're sold out. I ordered some from Amazon. I went to the dollar store and picked up a few, just what I needed. And I'm not just using the Mints Bliss. I'm also using hand creams because we can do a little bit of a variety. And of course, like last year, all of mine are going to be decorated like this, but you don't have to do that. Okay. So their socks are on the top and the bottom. And then I just put them in a bag, a holiday bag. And then I have every person that is donating fill out a little gift card, a gift tag with whatever they want to say on it. Because I think that's important, like Merry Christmas, God bless you. And then whoever they want to if they want to put their name or their family or whatever, they can do that. And I think that is a nice little touch.
It really has made a difference as people have contributed there, and I asked them that they're like, oh, that's so lovely. Yeah. So anything else, Donna?
Well, I don't know. Has everybody got their commitments in? How are we doing, Mimi? Do you have any idea?
I have 5 out of 15.
Okay.
I have 37 myself.
Wow.
And I have 16.
I'm banking on 15, and if I can do more, I will. But it depends on, I don't want to get to the last minute and we don't have enough. So
Yeah.
I know Mimi had a list of everybody said they would commit. So we probably need to follow up with them, Mimi.
How many do we
if they're
need?
on track.
How many do we need?
150.
How many?
150.
150. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. All
Hey,
right.
Donna, do you have an example of your gift tag? Like how
Yeah,
big is it?
what I did was let me see, I think I have to put it in here. I got some gift tags like these,
Okay.
and like
Oh.
from Walmart, like some gift tags like this.
Okay.
And then they wrote on there, let's see, I have one of my friends did one. She picked the tree and then she just wrote on the back of it what she wanted.
Aw.
Okay. So then that'll just hang on the gift with some tissue paper in it.
Okay.
She just said, Merry
That's cute.
Christmas, God bless you, and had her name.
Yeah. Okay.
Some people want to put their name, some people won't, some people will just be like, oh, I don't care.
And I did all mine virtually. So, I mean, I don't have them to write it out. So I just asked them what do they want it to say, and I'm filling the cards out.
Yeah,
So,
if it's something like that, I'll fill in the cards.
Yeah.
It's no big thing.
I did post in the Believe chat. Thank you, Donna, so
Uh-huh.
much. I posted in the Believe chat a link for do whatever you want. You can get socks wherever, but I got some from Temu, and I am really impressed. They are good. They're very good quality. And anyway, so the link you might have to scroll back in the chat, and they also have little gift cards and stuff too. I mean, they've got really everything on there. And I just like took a stab at it. I'm like, let's see how they are. So yeah, and they're more unisex, so they could go for anybody. So, all right, so Kim R. We gotta get better. We gotta get like, I don't want to say Kim 1, Kim 2. I don't want to do that. I don't like saying Kim C, Kim R. Anyway, so Kim R.
How
She's
about
going to
you?
talk.
You call me Kimmy. You guys are all my good friends, and like my family and my really, really good friends call me Kimmy.
All right.
So there
So
you
we
go.
got
I'll
Kimmy
make it
and
easy.
Kimberly. Okay, Kimberly, she's going to talk about what she's going to do for her Pink Friday.
Yeah, so like I said, I spent a few hours planning. I'm super excited. Last year, I did very minimal and I didn't promote on a VIP page. But this year, I'm determined and I'm super excited about it. So essentially, I'm going to use the 50% off an item, so our November flyer, if they spend 50. I went kind of off of some of the ideas that Leah Carta had posted, that Mimi had posted on our Pink Friday kind of demo page, our group page. And then I also have on there one of the things Leah was doing, which I thought would be easy for my
Would
first
you like to
time.
screen share?
Yeah, if I could, let me see.
There you go. Now you can.
Let me get this little screen up here.
So hey, Kimberly, last year when you didn't do much and didn't promote it, how are your results?
They were minimal, but I was also still
You were brand new. Yeah.
Yeah, I was brand new. But I had, I hadn't built a whole lot of customer base. Most of it was like my family and a couple of friends and stuff. And it's kind of not kind of, it's pretty true. You've got to work your business and you really have to promote to build it. And when you do that, then people will show up and support you. And so I'm really hopeful for this year. So I'm trying to screen share right now, and it doesn't seem to be being
Not
nice.
letting you?
It's not being nice to me right now.
It says everybody can.
Yeah, let me try.
Well, you're
this.
welcome. If you want to share your graphics, you can post them in the Believe chat.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Did you click share?
Here just to see. Maybe that one is it. Open. It's asking me to open my system settings. So.
Oh my gosh.
Zoom. I know.
So while she's doing that, let me just chat for a second about Pink Friday. In my do I have your permission, guys, to just be like really straight? Is that okay? I might have some straight talk tonight. Straight talk number one is when I talk to anybody I talked to, their answer was, I don't know if I'm gonna do anything. And if you don't know if you're gonna do anything, or I'm not saying you don't have to run a big sale. Like you can do like Kim and what you're doing, the November deals. But you want to have the perception to your customers. If you have 2 customers or 200 customers, you want to have the perception that I am open for business and I am your person. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And because otherwise they're going to get in a habit of going someplace else, which they're going to shop other places too, but you also want to be one of their options. You don't want them to like go to Sephora and or Bath and Body Works and buy all this stuff like we have, because they're mentally, like, they're not even thinking of you because you're not talking about it. Is that fair? Fair thing to say? Okay, go ahead, Kim. Did you get it to work?
I didn't, but it's saying I have to get off of the Zoom and get back on for the
Oh,
setting thing.
bleh.
Okay,
Done.
listen to this.
But anyway,
I got this
so-
text. I got this text yesterday. Hello, this is Delilah from the Ulta Beauty in Clovis. Just reminding you about our Charlotte Tilbury event on Saturday. We are open at 10 and we have a makeup artist here as well. If you would like to schedule time to get your makeup done with one of our artists, please let me know. We will have lots of free gifts with purchase and lots of Christmas in store.
Mhm.
Text us if you're confirming. How about that? I've only shopped there once.
Wow.
I only buy shampoo there, and I don't even do that anymore. But yeah, I got it. They're starting to come in, right? So what does that
Yeah.
tell you?
We only have 10 seats left.
Right? You know, guys, again, real talk. First of all, Kim, did you have anything else you wanted to share?
No, just that I'm gonna see if I'm gonna post it in the Believe chat, but so I modeled mine after Leah Carta, and I essentially kept hers. I put my image on it, which, you know, it's the brand. And then I'm doing a simple 10% off if you place an order. And then as a bonus, the 50, when you spend 50, you get 50% off of one of the items on the flyer. And so I made it really simple. I do have little samples and stuff, so I might throw that in as a bonus, but yeah, I'm super, super hopeful that and excited that I'm gonna
Yeah, that's
have a
good, Kim. I gave away the farm last year and then I didn't have any orders until February.
Yeah.
I
So
gave away way too much. I did the 10% before 10 and then 20% before 2 and
well, I didn't.
or 20% before 10 and which went down and I gave away the farm, didn't make any money, and those people bought all the stuff. I got a lot of sales, but then they didn't order till February.
Got you. Yeah. I wanted to make it simple. I didn't want to do, I saw a lot of graphics and a lot of people doing like from this time to this time, 10% and then 20% and 30%. And I didn't want to complicate that. So I'm not a math person, but so I just stuck to the 10% and it's easy to do the 50% off. And Mimi and I chatted last night by message, and so I had questions about, how to do your, when they order on your website, how to go in and deduct, their discount or whatever. And so I figured that out. And like I said, I'm just super, super, super excited. And I have some cool sneak peeks and some ideas for gift giving for different kinds of people. And there's a lot out there. I didn't really have to change or revise much that's out there. I just had to do little simple things to make them mine. Um, and they're easy to post. So
I love your background. How'd you do that?
this was an image on one of the flyers that I'm doing, that I got from, I think it's one of the Mary Kay groups I'm on. I don't know if it was Leah Carter's or it actually might have been hers, or there's another, oh gosh, now I forget what the
Okay,
page
I mean,
is.
there's lots of groups out there. It's okay.
There's a ton, yeah. So this was one of the images, and I used this to make my Facebook banner.
Probably came
So
right off of
it's,
Mary Kay. It's
hello,
very
November.
professional. Sorry.
It's really nice, and it's the holiday, items. Some are limited time and some are not.
You
Some
can get lots of graphics like that right on InTouch.
Yeah, so it's super good. And a lot of these products, when they came out in the fall holiday, I ordered several of them. And so I have them, available. I thought I wanted to use graphics of things that we can still order or I have on hand perhaps to put together gifts and stuff. So I just tried to make it, like I said, easy.
And maybe you're
I'll do a
someone who
both of
doesn't
them.
use Canva or any of these systems and you need some help, just call me. I can do it so fast. And or you opt to use things that you don't have to change, Um, anything else you wanted to add, Kim?
Yeah, there's a lot of ready-made stuff out.
Mhm.
Looks
Okay.
template and they don't have their names on it. And so,
Yeah.
what's that?
You were kind of choppy there for a second.
Yeah, I think my internet's being funky. Oh, that's because it connected to my next door neighbors. That's weird.
Wow. All
I'm
right.
trying to go
So
onto there and
go ahead. Sorry.
no, it's good.
You're good? Okay. All right. So good. Just have a plan. And her plan is really simple and easy to follow through. So realize, like we've talked before, it's important that you get in front of people, that you can't just post it and expect magic to happen. I used to say, you don't just sign up with Mary Kay and then all of a sudden have this imaginary entourage of people like following you like little soldiers, like we've got to go get them. All right. Lookbook has come out. All right. This is the one that came in the mail. So I'm assuming that most of you have it or it's on its way.
Yay.
Before y'all got on, I was having a little photo shoot with myself and my picture. And tomorrow, these are going out it's going out in text to my people who are on my PCP. All right. If you just mail the catalog and don't ever follow up, what happens?
Nothing.
They lose it. They set it aside. It gets buried under mail.
Is the barrier restore in it?
Yes, ma'am, right on front.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's encouraged to take a picture of you with the new catalog so they know what to go find. Okay. Hey, did you get your catalog out of the mail? Add your website to your text. Okay. And yeah, even if you're having a Pink Friday sale, okay. Is Target still open today?
Mm-hmm.
Are they having their Black Friday right now today? No, right? So don't feel guilty about selling things before and you're having a sale. Okay. I said real talk. What is the economy like right now? Tell me, is everything booming?
No. No.
Right? There are people, the government was shut down for over a month. And this is not a political conversation, but this is a real life thing that if it hasn't affected you personally, it could be affecting someone in your family, someone in your customer base, somebody you know. Okay. Here's what I also know. We sell products that women consider to be a necessity. Okay. Recession proof product. All right. Recession proof. Women are not going to go out being ugly. Okay. Care of their face. They might not buy a new candle, but they're putting on a lipstick. They're going to get a lipstick. They're going to get their face washed. Does this make sense to you guys? Please don't be afraid or apprehensive to speak up regardless of what's going on. Our job is to ask and their job is to say yes or no. Agree? The last 12 minutes, I'm going to play a video and we'll be done.
That one, honey, that you subscribed to last night, something bots.
It's okay. It's okay.
God almighty.
Okay. So does that make sense to you guys?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what? If it's affected you, then here's what I have to say. Go sell some stuff. Okay. Go sell some stuff because we each have, Donna, your face went away. We each have a Mary Kay ATM in our home. And, you know, if for some reason you have been personally affected by the crazy world we're in, you know, you still know people who want a face wash and a lipstick. Okay. Why am I saying all that? Okay. Like, let me have your eyeballs a second. Everybody's eyeballs, poke them to the screen. I've been a director for 23 years. I don't get on here and talk about production. I don't call you and say, would you please order? Do I do that?
No.
Okay. There's a couple people who say, would you remind me so I don't forget? Janelle is one of them. But I'm not calling you and saying, please order. But you know, when I look at okay, last year we did 13,000 and some change in wholesale production. That was last year Cadillac production. Okay. Hello, that's exciting. It's the 10th of the month. And again, please hear my heart. I'm not saying get your visa out. Okay. Does everybody understand? Mimi is not trying to force me to go into debt. Okay. What I'm saying is make some time, because anybody want to guess what our production is right now? Somebody take a guess. Be crazy.
I'm gonna
2,000.
I'm gonna say 7,000.
God, wouldn't that be amazing? $587.
Ooh, ouch.
Uh-huh. So pick
That's
up the
because
phone
I
and talk to
sold a lot last month.
So go find another face,
Yes.
you know? And that, I don't mean that pointed at you. It's pointed right back at me too. See all that there? Those are my leads that I got this in the last 2 weeks. Okay. So I'm all I'm saying is talk to people. Okay. Does that make sense? I know we're all so crazy busy. And again, I'm not saying get your damn visa out. All right. But I am saying, like, all right. All right. Is that, did I hurt anybody's feelings? Did I step on anybody's stuff? Okay. All right. Yeah, because production just comes from when we service our customers and when we get our own stuff, you know, and don't go to, I always want to say Longs. I don't know why I want to say Longs Drugs. When we don't go to CVS and grab a mascara because we're out, you know, makes sense. Buy from your own self. Have you gotten your Christmas presents for people in your life? Have you already done that? So, you know, tonight you might want to sit down and go, who do I have left to buy for? Okay, I'm done with my shopping. Hello, can you be proud of me? It's November 10th. I'm done with my Christmas shopping. But guys, sit down and go, who can I give, you know, who can I give satin hands to? Who can I give Confidently You to? Who would like this product? Even if they haven't used, you know what? And if you have somebody in your life, like let's say it's your sister and your sister buys miracle sets, what do you give her for Christmas? Huh?
A booster.
Yep.
Oh,
Something extra.
don't
Mask.
give her a miracle. She buying that. Give her something that she hasn't
Retinol.
tried.
Retinol.
Okay. Yeah. Get it? Okay. All right. 2 things are happening on Wednesday. One, at 4:00 our time is the Mary Kay National Area Fall Advance, and that's going to be off of In Touch. So just so you're aware of that, it's featuring Gloria Mayfield Banks. So should be kind of exciting, I would think. And then that's for just us, and you won't be on camera. You can have your hair in curlers and, you know, black mascara all over your face. It don't matter. You just, you know, you can be on to get yourself motivated.
At
and
4:00 in the afternoon, I hope
I
not.
know I know, but everybody doesn't live in California. A lot of our company is on the East Coast. So, and then at 6:00, Janice Trude is doing her Eyes Habit event for guests. Now, if you have a guest that you can invite, she's going to go over the eye sticks, okay? And they're going to demo those and play with those. But even if you don't, I mean, it's great if you have a guest she can be on, okay? I pay to participate with Janice, okay? Because she gives away thousands of dollars worth of stuff. Kate Spade and Michael Kors and all this stuff, plus all this product and all these starter kits. So, but even if you don't have a guest on there to learn, go on there to learn. Even if you're cooking dinner, you can have it playing and listen. Okay. You can, if you're eating dinner, you can educate your husband and he can check out what we do online. But I really want to encourage you to do that. Okay. Questions? Okay, when you do your 600 this month, you're getting these. Here, wait, I have to take them out.
One.
And she take one with her too?
Mm-hmm.
These gold hoop snowflake earrings. They're so precious. Okay. So, and you know why we give this kind of stuff away? Who knows?
Motivate us.
It's motivation, but you know what?
They're
What do women do? Women run the household, right? Would you guys agree with that?
Mhm.
Sorry, men, if you're listening. Where do we do with our money? Do you spend it on you?
No.
No, right?
Uh-huh.
We spend it on the house and the bills and the blah, 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 blah. So Mary Kay says, have some Cinderella prizes to make you feel good. And then when you're wearing them and you're out and about, has anybody ever said, oh my gosh, did you get them? And you say,
I won them.
okay, that's the purpose of that stuff. Wow. Okay. Do you have questions, comments, anything?
I loved that lady last week. She was so sweet.
Joanne is a dear. Oh,
She's
goodness
amazing.
sakes.
Invite her anytime.
I will. But, we all there's, yes, for sure. We were talking about that. All right. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to click the button. Please don't go away while I'm doing this. Okay. Please stay here and listen. A couple months ago, we left the Ruby division and we became Emerald. And so my goal was to find, oh, look, you can see there's one of my pictures. My goal was to meet some of these nationals in the new area. And, well, what am I trying to do? So Julia Burnett is who we're going to listen to. This is a seminar presentation. And here we go. Please stick with us.
All right, I want to hear the people in the very, very back. Yes, I see you back there. Thank you so much. Welcome to seminar. I want to first thank so much Mary Kay corporate staff for inviting me to speak today. It's such an honor, and I don't take it lightly. So guys, let's time travel a little bit. Do you remember when you first got your starter kit? I remember the opening of my starter kit 20 years ago. It was sort of like the opening of my heart. It was like I suddenly allowed myself to dream bigger than I ever had before. And so I want to invite you to close your eyes just for a moment and go back in time. Remember when it was new? Remember when you had this genuine excitement about it? Maybe you were actually allowing yourself to believe and to dream. Now stay there for a moment. Do you feel it? Remember it. So when I first started, more than a few of my coworkers' first response was a little less than encouraging. They were like, you? I mean, that was no kidding. Multiple people said that. I didn't really know if I could do it, so I just kind of protected myself with, I just love the product. But really, it was this first seminar for me that really caused what I'll call a seismic shift in my belief. Like, I honestly couldn't believe a place like this actually existed, much less that I found my way there. I kind of felt like I had discovered Camelot. And the power of vision that I caught here at seminar, it was so pure and so strong that on the plane ride home, I declared, I'm going to be a sales director. And my cousin declared, I'm going to earn the use of a career car. And within 2 months, I had debuted as a sales director. And a month after that, she earned the use of a career car, living in a dorm room at Center College. I mean, that is the power of belief, and it can be birthed right here. Who are my brand new seminar people? If you've never been to seminar before, let me hear you. Okay. Love seeing so many new faces. But you know, a seminar is not in your office. And the reality is, you are going to be met with challenges where you're going to have to decide, am I going to go for it again? Am I going to go for it wholeheartedly? Is it worth it? And you know, early in my business, there was this ice storm in Lexington, Kentucky, and Lexington shuts down when there's ice. And I had an appointment set up with a referral, and so I called her just to confirm that we're still on. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, honestly, I can't believe I didn't try to reschedule. I was like, are we still on? You know, so we're still on. I couldn't get my car into the garage because of the ice. It was parked down below outside. I fell going down my driveway. I had to shovel snow to get into my car. I had to pour multiple rounds of hot water to open the handle. It was a plan B kind of like childcare day, so I had to find a neighbor to watch my kids, and I had to drive on ice. When I got there, I'm standing there. Oh no, it was an apartment building with one of those rickety metal set of steps making its way up to the second floor. And I'm at the bottom with my suitcases, and I'm like, oh boy. So I make my way up there. She said 1, didn't she? Let me make sure I've got the right address. Maybe she doesn't hear me. Surely she wouldn't. I mean, not in this weather. Girl, ain't nobody coming to that door. I'm making my way slowly down the treachery of ice-covered metal steps, schlepping the bags, and in gripping the rail, I look over and I realize my knuckles have split open from knocking in the cold, and they are now bleeding. It takes a lot to make me mad. I just talked to you an hour ago, people. But you know, I do think that sometimes God protects you from some people, right? And you know what? If that's what that girl is made of, then I'm glad God blocked it at the door. You know, and if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be up here telling you the story. But see, I didn't get the golden starter kit. Did any of my national sales director friends, did any of y'all get the golden starter kit? Did any of my top director friends, did any of y'all get the golden starter kit? Now, how many of y'all could relate to a story like that? So guys, when things don't go the way you had hoped, or when others let you down, or make different choices than you would have made, or when you get your heart broken, which has happened to me more than a few times, then you must come to see that your business is not as an end, but it's a means by which you grow, which therefore unlocks everything else, including your next why, which probably evolves over time. And so guys, while the victories are sweet and they feel really, really good, it's the valleys where the wisdom is birthed and shows you what you're really made of. Now you may be thinking, but Julia, you don't know what I'm up against. You're right, I don't. But I know someone who does. And I know that if he has called you to it, it's done. It's just waiting for you to walk it out. And you may have dozens of problems, but you have thousands of blessings. And you become tough when your mood is not dependent on your conditions. And I had to decide that day that that girl who was maybe laughing from the other side of the door, that I would have the last laugh and she would have no power over me or where I was going. And so you may be sitting there thinking, oh, to begin again, I don't know if I can. Let's be honest. For some of you, you don't know if you want to. Now, I'm not talking to everybody. I may be just talking to a couple of you, but you know exactly who you are. I've said it so many times. Why would this time be any different? I've been in for X number of years. I'm not where I thought I'd be by now. I'm tired. I don't want to do all that again. God, since COVID, so many things have changed. I don't even know where to start. If I was your enemy, that's exactly what I would want you to be thinking. In your heart of hearts, you know those are all just lies. Can you perceive it? Maybe you're like, man, I'm tired. Tired of what? Tired of thinking about working? Guys, some of us run so much amok in our minds. We're like so much in our heads. We're like going in circles and circles, and we're not really even going anywhere. Wake up, sleeping giant, wake up. There are thousands and thousands of you here, and you have no idea the power that lies within you. And it's why Mary Cash started this whole thing. Haven't we all heard Mary Cash's voice on hold when we call the company? And she says, if just one more woman could discover how great she really is, that would be worth it. We didn't hit the goal last time, so why would this time be any different? Because you're different. If you allow defeat to stop you, then you're missing the whole point. Guys, you'll get to the next level when you outgrow where you are on the inside. And so for those of you who are trapped in should, like, I should be further along than I am right now, or what's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are masterpieces. You don't need to be fixed. You're just asking the wrong question, or you're trapped in the wrong thought. Time's got nothing to do with it, and that's missing the point. Your life is already spent out, guys. There are moments that are assigned to you, waiting for you to step into them, but you got to give yourself permission to begin again. You got to flip it, guys. We live so much in shame. The truth is, to begin again is actually the more powerful choice. You're not starting over, you're starting wiser. Human beings are the only creatures on the planet who can live one way for 40 years, clap their hands, and decide, no more, I'm changing the story. So is it worth it? That depends on you. What do you want? Who do you want to be? Who does it matter to? You know, there was a red jacket in Linda Tupin's national area. Linda said that when she died, her children laid out her red jacket and her pins and her ribbons. And when asked about it, her children remarked, of course they laid them out. That was the happiest time of her life when she was in Mary Kay. Last week, Mary Mullins in my unit, she had 7 appointments booked. Now, Mary's busy. Mary's got a bunch of kids. And I asked her, so how's it feel to have 7 appointments? And without hesitation, like that, she said, I feel like I'm living in my potential. I feel like I'm living in my potential. What would that feel like? Close your eyes for a moment again. I want you to imagine future you, a you who's living in her potential. Can you see her? What do you look like? What does it feel like? Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? Now connect that vision of future you with the dreams that you once held when you first began your business. What does that version of you, the one that's living in her potential, what does she want to say to you right now? And what's a small step that you could take, like daily accountability or a daily win or a daily reminder? I want to end with a story. When my son Levi was 4 years old, our whole family rode bikes in Bike Lexington. Now, Bike Lexington, it's like basically like 1,000 people on bikes riding through the city, kind of like a parade. And I don't even know how this happened, but we kind of went from like a family of 5 riding bikes together to like we kind of lost the rest of the family. And then it's just me and Levi. And then me and Levi went from suddenly the middle of the pack to like overnight, suddenly, boom, it was just me and Levi at the very, very end of this whole 1,000 bike thing. So Levi's 4 and he's like riding his bike and he's like, you know, giving it all he's got. And I turn around, right behind us are 4 motorcycle policemen, followed by 2 police cars, all of them flashing, like silently flashing their lights, followed by 10 miles of traffic, all of which are going at the rate of Levi. One officer, he was standing guard at a side street, and he said, he looks like he's in hot pursuit. And so Levi's riding his bike, he's just giving it his all. And we kind of begin going up this gradual hill, but his face like starts to panic because it's getting harder and harder. And let me paint a picture for you. The last bike was way up there, and then way down there is this little 4-year-old kid on a bike followed by 6 police and 10 miles of traffic, okay? So Levi, with like the pressure of like the police behind him, he's giving it all he's got, but he's getting worn out. And he's like, this is hard. When is this over? And I'm riding right beside him. I'm like, buddy, come on. You got this. You got this. It's in there. You're almost there. I know you can do it. Keep going. Strangers have lined up and down the street. They begin to realize what is happening, and they all begin to cheer for my son. And it was just like this scene in Facing the Giants where he's like, I don't know if I can. How much longer? And I'm next to him. I'm like, you got this. A little bit more. Almost there. Don't quit. Keep going. A little bit more. Come on. Like, I knew he had it in him. And there was a crowd. They all were cheering. And it was a scene just like all of this. And I believe in God put this dream in Mary Kay Ash's heart, and she dared to follow through with it, that he wanted an incubator, that he wanted a culture that reflected the joy of heaven on earth, a place where just as I was pouring belief into this little 4-year-old boy who would have given up otherwise, women likewise would find it within themselves to go further than they ever believed they could, lest they not give up. The truth is, we're always on the anvil. And I'd rather be on the anvil here in a place like this with all of you. I've always said that Mary Kay is just about the safest place for a woman to fall, in the arms of a loving community to gently pick you up, dust you off, and set you back up to reclaim your power to go out again. So whether it's bloody knuckles or a broken heart, if I had to call 100 people to find you so you could be here, that would be worth it. I pray that you will garner the strength to access the power on high, to break the lies, to imbibe the power that lies within you, to choose to go out and do it one more time. I love you. Thank you. Have a great rest of your seminar.
Skinning.
Isn't that amazing? Any reflection?
Hard to write that fast. So much wisdom.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Any reflection? I wrote 2 things down. I wrote to feel like I'm living in my potential. And you become tough when your mood doesn't depend on your conditions. So I'm going to leave it with that. And I'm going to post this in the chat, and I'm going to post it on the Believe page. I just think this was a really powerful share. And yeah, so I hope you guys, let's make this a really freaking fantastic week. Okay.
Right.
Mwah.